Hello, sweet friends. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. I am been a little bit busy during this weekend. So, and it's, what time is it? It's not even 7 o'clock in the morning yet. So yes, it's extremely early. I just wanted to show you what I've been up to during this weekend and what I've done so far. Yeah, I wanted to doodle, and I also worked on my mini journal, the Constantina one. So let me show you. Let's do the journal first. Okay, so I like the style. Bella's locked up in the cage, and now she's asking to come out. And this right here will get even with the rest of the journal. Okay, so I did this. I put this piece of scrap of paper against the chocolate, and I kind of feel that it complemented very well. And then I also did this big scrap of paper. That's one thing I did. Here I put this little piece of scrap of paper, and then I started like a little mini collage right here. I also did this one from that paper from Home Depot, and I also added one of these, you know, like written, but it's also a scrap. Another scrap of paper here that I kind of love, that flower. So washi tape here, and I filled in this part because this part was just like here, like it's missing, see? So I filled this up right here, so now it's basically even. On this side, I took this is an image of a little miniature tiny coloring book that before I threw it away, I tore up the ones that I liked. So this was one of them, and then I used that paper that I love that has a little bit of wording, and I just glued it on the blank. I was very conflicted. What am I gonna do with this white blank piece of paper? Well, guess what? That's what I did. I fussy cut out this butterfly, and then I glued these little mini, it's like a little mini collage, and then the washi here, paper there, mini collage right here. So, but I love this butterfly, so it makes the butterfly pop. Here I put a little doily, because this basically has a collage of its own. This looks like a collage, but it's actually just a scrap of paper. I added that to it, and then I fussy cut this out to make it stand out. So this is a piece of paper that I fussy cut out of it. More collaging. This I made with that drywall tape. This is one of the ones that I created on one of the videos, and a little collage going on here. This is just a little piece of scrap paper. I like the way it looked, so I just placed it there. So this still needs to be filled, so I'm not done with it. Same thing, another flower I fussy cut. This was from another scrapbook paper, and then a little tiny collage right here, and then the scrap piece of paper here. And I found this one, and I decided that I was just gonna glue the whole thing right there. So it's coming along. It's coming along. Love that. Okay, so, and then let me show you my doodling. They're not colored, but you know, this is my thought process. I wanted different trees, different shapes of trees. So this is what I've been coming up with. I always start with 2B pencil. This is no name brand pencil. And then I love this eraser because I do make mistakes. And if I don't like the way I draw something, I just erase it. And that's the advantage of starting always on a pencil. That if you don't like what you're doing, you can erase it and start over. But if I use my micro pen or the Ohuhu, let me show you what I'm talking about. I got it here. Really quick. These are water resistant, which is what I like. So if I use this, for example, this is like the bold one. Let's see this one. There you go. If I use this one, I trace over it, and then I erase the image of the pencil. Okay. But my time to change anything that I don't like, it's now that it's done on a pencil. Because once I use that, there's no going back. So I kind of like this tree, and then I did this one wonky one, and then I did a different shape. What I'll do is I'll doodle inside of my trees. Do all the coloring first with watercolor and then go from there. Then I did 2 bumblebees, a snail, and I was gonna do another snail. So this was, to me, was a happy accident. I was gonna do another snail, and then I ended up saying, oh, I told my husband, but this looks like a tree. He says, what? I don't see a tree. And when I went like this, he said, oh yeah, I see a tree now. So so I ended up from here coming up with this tree. So that will be fun to do. And then it all started because I wanted flowers. So I did all these flowers. Different flowers to be colored. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Organizing. So there's another thing that I wanted to do that I might just take the time to do that today. Is because I have these here. Let me show you. These are basically a template that you can actually trace and get different size of envelopes. So this one will tell you that it's right here. Right there. Okay, there you go. This is gonna be, this one right here is like 1 by 2. This one is looks like a 3 by 3. By the time you're done with it, this is a 2 by 2, and this is a 1 3/4 by 3. It says it's been made in the USA, and this is a This is from Deja Vu. And I'll be honest, this is my beginnings when I was doing scrapbooking back then. And then I don't know the company. I'm sorry if you're wondering what company is this, but these are different type also of stencils to make envelopes. So I'm just gonna take scraps from different colors, and I want to make at least 2 of each. One for me and one for a friend. And yeah, so that's it. That's it. All those other stencils for another project. Something that I have in mind. But yeah, that's it. So I'm happy how it's going. This one is a tad smaller than this one, but I feel that it's okay. It's still manageable, and it still fits in my little storage box that I have for these type of journals, small ones. So there you go, my friends. That's what Carmelita's been up to. I pray that your day goes well, and let me know if you like the video. Please put that little finger in there and give me a like. That's the only way that my channel can continue to grow, and other people that like the stuff that I do or wants to learn, because it's just a matter of I have a process. So basically, I like to see what other people do, and then I like to spice it up with the one thing that I would like to do different. I'm impatient, so it's like when I see somebody do a show and tell, I get inspired. I don't sit through the whole process of watching them do or whatever. And basically that's how I've been learning. I was watching yesterday a young girl. Oh, well, I called her a young girl because obviously she's much younger than I am. But she said she learned, and that was inspiring for me, just to let you know. She learned how to do beautiful paintings in 1 year just by watching YouTube videos and other people that did the same thing. And I'm like, she does beautiful work. And you will think, okay, that she went to the university to study for that art class or whatever. No, she didn't. She said she learned everything through YouTube. Watching diligently other people doing their thing, and for her mimicking it until she started painting with watercolor. Because she liked to take pictures of nature, and that's how she was. I wish I could put this, in a watercolor format, and that's how she started to learn. And that's exactly how I am. If I like something that someone is doing and I want to learn it, I will watch them, but I will do my own thing. I would watch their technique, but then do something that will bring me joy, completely different. And that's how I've been learning to do different crafts and to do different art format. So yeah, I wish that my channel can inspire other people. I am no artist whatsoever, but I love learning, and I just want to go ahead and see my growth by doing doodling, for example, to see what else I will do with it, you know, like, will I do landscaping? Would I do faces? What, I don't know. But this is my starting point, and this is what, you know, I'm having fun with watercolor, and so far watercolor has been the cheapest medium, I guess you can call it, for art. That brings me joy. But I do other things, like, as you can see, that also brings me joy. So it balances out eventually. But will I like to focus on this only? Maybe, because I don't know. You know, it's been only a year. I don't know where my channel will go from, you know, from all this, my experiences. You know, I may love doodling more than what I'm doing vintage. I might want to get rid of vintage, and never know where my channel is gonna go. But as far as I'm concerned, like I always said, I like to do a little bit of everything. And so far, that's what I've been doing. I've been playing with what I like, and as long as it brings me joy, I will continue to do so. So creativity is something that you have to nourish, you know, like when you water a plant, you have to give it what it loves so it can grow. So when you plant a seed, you have to water it, and you have to give it a little bit of sun. Otherwise, it will stay stagnant. It will not grow at all, and it will stay there until you continue to water it and give it sun. Continue to water it and give it sun. So every day that I do something, it's giving me the opportunity to grow a little bit more and grow a little bit more. And that's what's happening here. For the life of me, I could not even draw a bug. And I didn't even know how to do a snail. So, yeah, there you go. Just wanted to share that. So, all of us are, you know, creative people, human beings. And I wanted to continue to nourish that part of me that I love so much, and that keeps me in a good state of mental health. All right, my friends? So there you go. You have a blessed Monday. Start your week with the right foot. Alrighty. Take care. And I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. God willing, and the creek don't rise. Y'all take care, my friends. Love you guys. Bye.